Hello, just bring you back. Another project in the garden. I've got these 10 by 5 inch sleepers, 8 foot long, and I am putting them down, digging them in to make a level platform. The end one I've got to dig in yet, that's got to go almost fully in, and I'm going to take them out and put in some membrane to stop the weeds and some of the moisture coming through. I'm then going to put these treated 1 inch by 4 inch boards on top with some little gaps between, half-inch gaps or whatever for drainage, all at a very jaunty angle because nothing's square on this side of the garden. And then I've got a greenhouse coming which is 8 foot by 6 foot, so it's going to be sort of long ways, short ways there. This is 8 foot wide and about 11 foot to there, so it will sit there somewhere with enough room to get around to the fence and the hedge. So just waiting for the thunderstorms now because it's been red hot today. I'll continue shortly for you, but tomorrow for me. I'll get that last one in. See you in a bit. The sleepers were from work. They were sort of skid pallets and bolted together, so I have unbolted them, stuck them on my roof rack, brought them home. So some of the you can't see some of the extra cross braces there. Okay, day 2. Let's get away from radio people. The rain finally came. Hurrah! So I dug out the last hole. I don't know why, but I digged them out far too deep and then I have to fill them back in again with soil, but I suppose it works out alright for finding the level. And this soil is quite pretty gravelly, so hopefully it shouldn't sink so much. I've been dousing it with water and then filling it up, put the beam in, find out where it touches, level across, and just do it that way. So anyway, now I've got to take them all out and put my the weed mat stuff down underneath all of these and over the grass underneath, and then I can start messing around with decking it. That's what we've been waiting for. Clear the air. Well, I'm going to try again without sirens, cats and radio. Okay, sleeper on top, sleeper about 1 inch down, sleeper about 2 inches down, sleeper about 3 to 4 inches down. And so next I'm going to lay out all the weed mat so it goes under, over, under, over, under, over, and then I'm going to wrap it round all of the edges and staple it to the sleepers, keep it in place. And I'm going to put a front sort of fascia on it, which reminds me I'm going to have to dig out a little trench for the fascia, and I'll put an edging fascia on it to hide the weed mat, which will come up in the gaps. Oh man, whew. Right, well, apparently that's how it goes. So I've tried to get the weed mat just up the end of the sleepers for some minimal moisture protection, and I'm now going to just go round and staple it all round. I'll try and I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Need to leave some down to stop weeds growing up the little gap. So whose great idea was it to bury layers and layers of rubber matting in the ground that I've had to cut out with a grinder? Oh yeah, that was me. Okay, now I'm just trying to decide, because this is going to be my sort of little fascia. I'm trying to decide whether to have the weed mat just go underneath the fascia, or have the weed mat there and just put the fascia on top. And I suppose I can change the fascia if I need to in time if it rots. Decisions. Because that will eventually fill in with mud and dirt. Okay, let me think. Right, I've put my little fascia on. I decided to go with the weed mat behind it, and I've stapled it to the back of the board. And then my decking boards I'm going to overhang over the fascia board. It's just really just to close up the holes as a fascia, as it says. So I'm going to start laying a few bits out of this and then seeing what's what. I really could do with putting this fascia board on first and then letting them overhang and cutting them there, but I should have got a bit more wood. Well, you know what? That's near enough. It's in the bubble. Considering the about 11 foot span, I'm happy with that. Alright, fast forward a couple of hours in the rain. There we go. I've got quite a big, I've got about 3/4 inch gap between them, but that was because I didn't have enough wood, and that's silly because it was so cheap. I could have got another 5 lengths for about 10 quid because I needed the extra one for this edge. Ran out of screws as well. I managed to get 2 screws into each, you know, two there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, but I want 4. So I'll get some more screws and put them in. It's really raining now, and because I didn't know where it was going to finish at this end, I'm just going to get myself a bit of inch by inch and put it right up against the concrete and cut it in where the concrete is, just to tidy up that edge. All right, let's go back in. It is really seriously raining, which is what I've been hoping for. And then I'm going to have to put some kind of treatment on it. It's pressure treated, but that never. I'm going to just get indoors. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to have to get some pressure, not pressure. I'm going to have to get some paint stuff to go on it. Wood treatment. Oh, that was. Oh, I'm glad I got that done. Yeah, I'm not bothered about the size of the gaps between the boards because they are bone dry at the moment, and it's the middle of summer, and in the winter they will swell up a lot, as does everything else around here when it's wood. Yeah, and the greenhouse that I'm getting has got a floor. It's not like an open floor that you dig stuff into the soil. It's actually got a floor in it, so that's fine. Yeah, I just need to put some sort of treatment on it to make it last. So that's it. Some more screws to get. Well, I've got a load more screws, but they're different screws. I might put some of those in. They're sort of Torx bit screws. A bit overkill for this job. I was using 4x45 Posi 2 drive screws. So size 4, 45mm, because it's a 22mm wood. So I thought 45mm, that's an inch of wood and an inch of what it's going into. They went in really well because they're quite small. I've also got hundreds and hundreds of nails, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll finish it off with some more screws or more nails, and I shall paint it. And next time I'm doing a video, and I can speak, I'll show you that. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. I've been Springy. Oh, I guess when the greenhouse comes, I'll put that up and I'll show you, hopefully, a painted base and a new greenhouse. So, see you later.